the criticism of Triple H, it's never ending. It's just never ending. The squeaking of my chair is never ending. World Wrestling Entertainment is making more money now than they ever have. That's a fact. The company's making more money than they've ever made. The problem is people who tell you that, they don't tell you that with context. They're not making the most money they've ever made from ticket sales, because of live gates, because of revenue from the television. No, they're making all the money from television deals. They're making the most money ever because they keep conning Netflix and they con USA and they con Fox, and they're conning networks into these deals for content. Raw is doing a 1 rating. SmackDown is doing a 1 rating. They're getting paid to air the show. They're not making money because Triple H is a good booker. They're not making money because the last 20 years was great booking. No, they're making money because they go to networks and they sell Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin, and The Rock. They sell their history. They sell the fact that we air a show every week. And all you networks, all you care about is content. So they're making money from TV contracts. We're going to pay you this much every week to put the show on. We're going to pay you this much to have it exclusively on our network. The company is dead. Wrestling was always based off of, we have to book this correctly to draw money every week, every month, every year. Well, now wrestling has become, we don't have to do anything except con these marks into paying us up front for TV deals. And when our TV deal expires, we'll have a bidding war with every other network. That's what wrestling has become. It will never improve. There's no incentive to improve. These networks don't care about TV ratings anymore. They care about having content to air every week. Well, everything else in the world takes a break except wrestling. So this will go on for the rest of your life. This company will never improve. But what will not stop is the criticism of those in charge. Now, Vince McMahon was being heavily criticized ever since WCW closed. ECW closed in 2001. Vince McMahon was heavily criticized for 20 plus years. Now Triple H is quote unquote in the McMahon seat. And now Triple H, who a lot of you people were glazing in the NXT years, now Triple H has come under fire from fans, from marks, from bloggers, from YouTubers, from wrestlers, for bookers, for writers. Now, I've documented on this channel, Vince Russo's been very outspoken, very outspoken. Hit the like button. Let me just read this, because Vince Russo, literally, he cannot stop burying Triple H, but everything he's saying is logical. Vince Russo did another interview. It never ends. He says, bro, I swear to you, I am not lying to you. Triple H is horrible creatively. Can you argue with that? And bro, I am not saying that as a knock, because bro, we all can't be good at everything. Honestly, like, we've got our strengths and our weaknesses. Okay, Triple H was an 18-time world champion. Great freaking wrestler. I work with the dude, Vince Russo says, but that doesn't make him a great creative mind just because he was a champion and a good person and a top guy. Now, he's saying Triple H was a good human being. That's funny. Which is true. I think Triple H, he has none of the instincts of a good booker. He's not a writer. He doesn't know how to do the position he's in. But who's going to take him out of that position? He's conned TKO into thinking he's a mastermind of wrestling booking. So you'll be stuck with Triple H for about 40 more years, and then one of his big head children will take over. That's what it is. But to make a parallel, it's if you go into any real sport, just because you're a great athlete, that doesn't mean you're a great coach, GM, or president. Michael Jordan, best athlete ever, best basketball player ever, horrible executive in the NBA. He's successful in NASCAR. Larry Bird, great player. He actually was a good coach. He actually was a good executive at times. But the majority of great athletes never make great coaches or great GMs, for whatever the reason may be. Triple H in the wrestling world is an example of you might have been a top star as a wrestler, but that does not mean you could do Vince McMahon's job, or Bischoff's job, or Heyman's job, or Bill Watts' job, or Vern Gagne's job. That doesn't mean that. Now, some wrestlers I thought would be good bookers if they were logical. I always thought Tommy Dreamer, but then apparently Tommy Dreamer has been allowed to book certain companies over the years, and it's terrible. So never mind. Matt Hardy, I thought Matt Hardy would be a good one, but Matt Hardy, he kind of, there's been certain things that he's actually booked or had creative control over, and no. A great mind would have been Raven. Raven would have been a great one. There are a couple wrestlers that could have transitioned into good bookers or good writers. A couple. But wrestling in the state it is now, you have Triple H, who will never be removed from his position. Then in the second biggest company in America, AEW, you have Tony Khan, who will not be removed from his position, obviously. And then everything else is just everything else. TNA, please. JCW, oh God, speaking of Vince Russo. But Russo goes on. He says, because Triple H was a great wrestler, that does not mean he was a great creative mind or is a great creative mind. He's horrible. When I say horrible, there are no storylines in WWE's television. There are no characters in WWE because the guy who's head of creative is not creative. Bro, I swear to you, if I were Triple H, I'd have a 40-foot nose. He says, bro, if I was Triple H, I would be using AI right now. Russo says if he was Triple H, he started using ChatGPT to book Raw. Russo's funny as hell. Russo says, I was fooling around with ChatGPT because EC3 was telling me about it. So, bro, I just said to ChatGPT, give me a Vince Russo style wrestling show TV script. And yeah, bro, it spit out a format. And I was like, holy crap. Like, bro, I would have thought I had written it. It was unbelievable. Now, bro, I could tell you, I swear I'm working with JCW and I will never, NEVAH, I will never, bro, use AI because I think that's kind of cheating. Am I going to have to do a video of using AI to book a wrestling show? Oh, Lord. Oh, that might be the next series. How would XDN rebook? How would XDN fix wrestling? I might have to do a video like that. If I was in control of wrestling, the entire industry, how would I fix it and change it? People have asked me that over the years in the comments, but that's like a 3-hour video. But I might have to do a series how I would change these companies. I might have to do that. If you people want that, donate to the Cash App. Now, the Cash App is XDN Online. Russo says, I'm writing for JCW, but I will never use AI because it's kind of cheating. I would never do that, bro. But man, if I were Triple H, I would be, instituting ChatGPT immediately. This is funny as hell. I agree with everything he said in this, except he said first of all, he said Triple H was a great wrestler. Triple H was a great wrestler for like 2000, 2001. Everything else, he was good, and then he fell off. He said Triple H was a good person. That just tickles my hind quotas. But what are your thoughts on this? I got some more coming from Vince Russo. Oh, Vince Russo. It can never be a short comment with him. He's damn near the Bret Hart. But with that said, what are your thoughts on this? Leave it in the comment section. Hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel. Check out all the latest uploads. I got a new series, The Best of New Jack. Very comical. Ric Flair drunk again. What's new? And I'm up out of here. Follow me on Instagram. Tell your mother, your sister, your wife, your side piece, your Gumara. Tell her to follow me on Instagram at XDN Online. I'm up out of here, and that is it.